Yo, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope everyone's having a good day so far. Today, we are going to be doing something different with my behind the Spotify or behind my Spotify, whatever we call this little series. We're gonna be doing something a little different today, which I don't think I've ever done a video like this before. This is gonna be very different. I'm gonna be doing an album review for Reflections by Caskets. So Caskets is a band I discovered in 2021 thanks to the breakdown by Nathan Johnny. That's how I discovered them. So real quick before we go over this album, because this is the review, I want to go over, I don't even know if I want to go over their EP that they did. No, we'll go over the album that I really like. This was in my if I go to Reality, Caskets, like their last album was my number 2, like in terms of album of the year for 2021, like number 2 along with a ton of other artists. But getting back to the point of this video, we're going to go over their last album real quick just to kind of give a rundown of like how I thought about their last album and what I really loved about it. There was a lot I loved about this album. There's so many, like even these 4 songs, like I think Clarity, Losing Myself, The Final Say, One More Time, Nothing High, like those songs I think they were on the album but didn't release the singles. I still really loved them. Like, I don't remember them all too well, but I love the singles. I think, like, I love the stuff on the album even more, like, as much as the singles, and they were just really good. But the singles, like, only ones, great. That was their first introduction for me. That's how I discovered them, through that song. And then, like, Glass Heart was really good. Hold Me Now, really good. Lost in Echoes, I love this song. It's just great. And same with Drowned in Emotion. Like, those songs are great. And then, like, Hopes and Dreams, dude, phenomenal. Like, the lyrics in that, dude, second to none. And I mean, the same thing with Lost in Echoes. I love the song. Like what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 songs that I can really remember, like, that are really good. It's great. I just love this album in its entirety. I really did. I really loved this album. And, you know, I don't know, like, I'm not an expert in music, but this album was just great. And what I didn't know is that Philip Strand from Normandy, again, their album, Normandy's album, was my number 1 of 2021. It was great. Apparently he helped produce. I don't know what he did in this album. He did stuff with this album. He, like, helped Caskets out on this album, and I didn't know that. That's very cool to know, because that's very good. That's some good information right there. I love that. I love knowing that, because that makes me love the album more, and I learned that, like, I think a couple days ago. But let's get into Reflections, because I'm gonna keep it a buck. I did not like this album, and I'm really disappointed that I didn't. Like, I'm like, I don't know. I really wish this album was, I wanted it to, like, live up to what Lost Souls did for me, because it was just an album I could play on repeat. And I'll go over the songs I really liked, because there were songs I really liked in this album, and there were songs I didn't like. I think, like, it's funny, like, it's the singles that I really liked, not the actual, like, not the songs on the actual album. So, like, I think In the Silence, Too Late, 6 Feet Down, Silhouettes, and Hate Me are a part of the album, because, yeah, they're the most recently played. But, dude, the album songs, like the songs that didn't release the singles, they all sound the same. Like, I don't know what it is. This whole album kind of, like, blends in, and everything kind of sounds the same. The only songs that do stand out for me are, like, Guiding Light, which Guiding Light was the first single they dropped for this album. And I don't know what it was. When they did, like, the first, like, the introduction to the song, and then the instrumentals dropped in, I was super skeptical about how this whole album was gonna sound because it was like, I don't know, it felt like it sounded like they were gonna go hard, and then it kind of like went softer, and I don't know. Guiding Light was still a great song though. I loved it a lot, but like when those instruments kind of dropped out when the intro was done, that's when I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this. I don't know if I'm gonna like this album. I was so like skeptical about it, and I wasn't sure like how this was gonna be. But yeah, I don't know. I love that single, but like that was kind of like a thing for me where I was just like, I don't know how this is gonna be. And then like the next single that dropped, I believe, was By the Sound. And this was actually, I like this more than Guide the Light personally. Like By the Sound was great. Like it's a single that I remember. If I can remember, the thing is, let's go back to Lost Souls real quick. If I can remember a single off of an album, like if I can remember the songs, that's how you know it was good. Right? Like, dude, everything off of, let me just, I'll use Normandy as an example because he did help, Philip did help produce or do something with that album. I know every song on this album. Every song. I play this on repeat in the car, dude. I love this album. I can pull, like, the lyrics for each of these songs, I know almost by heart. Like, it's really good. And for Lost Souls, again, Only Ones, Glass Heart, Hold Me Now, Lost in Echoes, Hopes and Dreams, and Drowned Emotion. Loved all the songs. Clarity, like the other, I think the other songs on this album, I can't, like, the lyrics I don't remember like completely, but you know, at least I know like 6 of the songs. Reflections is the thing where Guiding Light, By the Sound were like 2 memorable ones for me. More Than Misery, not as much. It's like, for me, it's like 3rd favorite on the record, but it's not, it doesn't grab me like By the Sound and Guiding Light did. Again, with Guiding Light, like that dropout, it didn't grab me, but like the song's still good, and By the Sound I think grabbed me more. Like By the Sound, I can definitely remember the lyrics on that and everything about the song. And then like I think Believe was the last thing they dropped, and I didn't enjoy it that much. It kind of, dude, I put Believe with like In the Silence, Too Late, 6 Feet Down, Silhouettes, and Hate Me. Those are the songs I put them with because it felt like, it's hard to describe. It feels like I'm listening to the same song over and over again when those songs specifically play. And I'm just like, when I hear, like, I think when I hear More Than Misery, I'm like, okay, this sounds different. And then when I hear By the Sound, I know it's a different song. Same thing with Guiding Light. I know it's a different song. And then like it gets kind of the other songs drown the whole album out. It's not a great album. It's not my favorite album. It's just not. I know this is only their 2nd record, but I do feel like there's something about it I just don't like. It's the fact that like basically all the songs sound the same, and I feel like it's a shell of Lost Souls, you know? That's how I feel like this album is, and I wish it was different. I wish it sounded different. You know, I wish it was better. I don't know what they could have done differently, but I do feel like they went in a direction that I didn't like, personally. Now, I will say Better Way Out is probably my 2nd favorite single off of this. So, like, I think it goes By the Sound, Better Way Out, and then Guiding Light in terms of like my top 3 off this album. And Better Way Out is a song about like there is a better way out other than taking your life. You know, like that's kind of what it's about. And I think they drop a message at the end of the song like, hey, if you need help, reach out to someone, you know. But like I thought that was a really good single. That they like, that was the 2nd to last single they dropped. But yeah, so I think I really only liked, I'm so like disappointed, dude. Like I only liked 3 songs off of the album, and I thought after Lost Souls, I thought they are gonna come back strong, and not really. Like they really didn't. So yeah, like I was wondering if this was gonna be on my albums of the year, and I listened to this whole album through once, all the way through at work, and I was just like, it ain't it. It ain't it. Like I listened to the other songs on the record, and like In the Silence, Too Late, 60s Down, Silhouette, Take Me. Every time I heard them, I was like, this is just the same song over and over again. You know, it wasn't even the lyrics. I mean, the lyrics kind of blended in, but like it was the instruments. I don't know, man. I love Caskets, but like this album wasn't it, dude. Like the singles were great, at least, you know. Yeah, three out of the 5 singles for me were great, but like, yeah, the album's not for me. If I had to rate the album, dude, I think for the 3 songs I like, I think I'm going to give it like a 3 out of 10. I know that's harsh, but like there's so much on this album that they could have done better. Like, you gotta, for me to like an album, it has to be memorable. You have to make me remember it. It has to be captivating, and this was not a captivating album. Like, I felt like I was just listening to sound, you know? I feel like I was just listening to someone saying words. And yeah, I don't know. I feel like again, like I don't usually review albums in full, unless it's like, you know, unless we go over my reality playlist, which, you know, when I went over these two, I kind of did like an album review. I was like, these are the songs I really like. These songs I don't really remember, but like this is the one time I'm doing an album review because I was genuinely disappointed. And I wanted to give my thoughts because maybe this will help Caskets in the future. I don't know. I'm not a professional reviewer. I just wanted to give my thoughts on the album because it wasn't it, man. And I think there's a lot they could have done better on this record. I know that's probably disappointing to hear, but like, dude, you can see it in like, I don't know how this album's going to perform over time, but like, I think, you know, you got to look at Lost Souls and you got to be like, you did so much with this record. You did so much. There's so much I loved about it. This record has millions of plays. Like, I think Reflections was a miss of an album. I hope when 2025 hits, or whenever they decide to do a new record, I hope it hits differently than Reflections did. I really, really hope that. That would be great. That'd be fantastic. But that's going to be the end of this review for their new album. Again, it's out now. If you guys want to go and listen to it and, you know, let me know your thoughts, please do. I do want to know what you guys think because, again, the album's not for me. It's not my thing. I'm shocked it wasn't because, again, I loved Lost Souls. That was a phenomenal record. This was not. But, yeah, that's going to be the video for today. But thank you guys for watching. If you did, I appreciate it a ton. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. Yo, real quick, I just want to say before we actually end this video, there was a lyric that from Caskets' Lost Souls album that the one thing I really loved about it was there was a lyric in here, and I don't remember what song it is. It could have been Lose Myself. It could have been it's one of these songs. I don't know. It's one of these songs, but the lyric basically was you think that I'm the monster in your fairy tale. That lyric, dude, alone, like hearing it, just like that type of stuff inspires me to write. Like there's a project I'm working on that probably won't start until next year, but it's a project for music that I want to do, that I want to write like medieval stuff, medieval lyrics, and I think like you say I'm the monster in your fairy tale, and I think that just like it's huge. It's just a huge lyric, and I loved it so much. But I just wanted to mention that and throw that in there because, again, I did really love Lost Souls a lot, and that lyric is a big part of that. So yeah, but anyway, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.